Hello, folks. Mayor Tom Koch with the latest update from the local community here in Quincy relating to the coronavirus. Today I made the decision after consultation with my department heads, Ruth Jones, the Director of Public Health, that we'll be shutting all city offices down effective tomorrow, being Tuesday, that the offices will be closed for public interaction, physical people coming into the offices as recommended by the state and federal guidelines. The offices will be open for phone calls. You certainly can get on the website and interact with our departments through the website, and we'll continue to handle issues and respond to you as needed. But the biggest goal in all these decisions is really to prevent the transmission of this disease, this virus. So the less interaction between people in the public, the better. And for example, a lot of folks that visit the office of the treasurer collector are paying bills. In many cases, they're seniors, and really seniors should be staying out of the public environment, interacting with other people, because under the guidelines of this virus, they're most susceptible and vulnerable under this. So we certainly don't want to encourage that. In fact, we want to discourage it. But we are open for business in the sense, if you want to make a phone call, you want to interact through the website, we can do that. That goes for other offices, including inspection services, for example. We encourage contractors to go through the website and download the permit applications and do it through the internet. Any questions, please reach out to the individual department. For example, the city clerk's office, they handle marriage certificates and birth certificates, death certificates. If you call them, they'll deal with you. Need be, they'll set up an appointment specifically with you to handle some of those issues. Folks, we're trying to be smart. We're trying to take a common sense approach to this so that we can stop that spike, even out, if you will, the curve has been described on the television. I'm sure you have followed. The president has had a number of press conferences. The governor has had a number of press conferences. And we are interacting with both our federal and state officials and making sure that we're all on the same page, obviously trying to accomplish the same thing, and that's your public health and safety. To reiterate a couple of things, we have the grab-and-go meals, 11 to noon, at North Quincy High, Quincy High School, Snug Harbor, and Lincoln Hancock. Families, students who are eligible, please stop by and grab a meal to go. We also have enrichment packets at those schools, provided by the schools. If you want to continue to have your children stay engaged, if you will, educationally, there are those opportunities as well. The governor did declare that schools would be closed for 3 weeks, so we had already done it for 2. That's an extended week now. We will deal with folks' questions through the Quincy Public Schools website. If parents have a question, certainly call the superintendent's office, or again, go through the Quincy Public Schools website. I know they probably have another Q&A possibilities on there already. We'll continue to keep you up to date on all these issues as it continues to, as we continue to deal with the issue. It changes literally by the hour, folks. In Quincy, Commissioner Jones has indicated to me that we are up to 8 confirmed cases in Quincy. We knew that would grow once testing started, and that is obviously coming to be. Folks, it's going to continue to grow. We hope you don't get too alarmed by that, but that's a reality. All the medical professionals have predicted that, projected that, and indicated that the next couple of weeks are going to be crucial. And that's why the less public interaction, the less chance of transmitting the disease to one another. And those are the decisions we're making in your best interest. People are still at work. We are still here when needed. It doesn't change anything with police or fire response at all. Libraries continue to be closed with the school schedule, and city offices now closed in the same way. Again, avoid, as we recommended, avoid large gatherings. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If you cough or sneeze, do it into your elbow. If you don't feel well, stay home. And if you think you've got some symptoms that are close to this, don't go to a clinic. Call your physician. Call your whatever doctor's office you may deal with. Ask them first before you potentially bring something contagious into an environment they don't want you to do. In most cases, it's really people staying home. If you're not feeling well, stay home, self-isolate for at least 2 weeks, and then the time goes by when you're passing that on to somebody else. So it's I know that we're an on-the-go society, constantly moving, constantly going. It's hard for people to slow down and actually stop. I know I had this discussion with some of my staff that what seemed important a week ago doesn't seem so important today, because we have this issue, this crisis in front of us. If we're all smart about it, use the common sense approach, we'll get through this as a community, as a state, and as a nation. So again, be smart, use common sense, and please don't hoard. Look out for your neighbor, particularly if you have an elderly neighbor that perhaps doesn't have family that lives around you. Check in on, see if they need anything, pick up that, and certainly help them. We are looking at a couple of things, and I want to thank the City Council, School Committee, State Delegation. They're checking in constantly. The Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Congressman Lynch. I talked with my colleagues, Mayor Branchy, Kokoris, over the last couple of days, Mayor Walsh in Boston, other colleagues in government, just comparing notes, making sure we're all rowing in the same direction, if you will, doing the right thing on behalf of you, the residents of our community. So on another note, we are dealing with the restaurants. The folks that work in restaurants, the dishwashers, the waiters, the waitresses, they're going to be taking a real severe impact with this financially. So we encourage you to call your local favorite restaurant, give them a call. Many of them will be doing takeout. That will help them keep business going, continue to pay their employees. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind getting a good meal from a good restaurant instead of that home-cooked meal every night. So please support the local economy as best you can. I have had a discussion with our director of the Affordable Housing Trust and the president of the Quincy Chamber of Commerce. We're going to be making funds available through our Affordable Housing Trust Fund for some of those folks that fall into that criteria that may need some help getting through the next couple of months with some rent money. More of that to follow. We'll get into the details and the criteria that at another time, but we are moving to help all those in need. Again, ask for your prayers, keep an eye on your neighbor, be smart, and if you have any questions, I know we're going to bring some phone numbers up on the screen. Our health department, Ruth Jones and the nurses doing an outstanding job over there. If you have any health-related questions, feel free to call them. Call our office, Constituent Services, any way we can be of help. Be happy to do so. We're going to stay in touch as the information changes. As we feel we have something new to report, we'll be back out to you. So thanks for tuning in, and we will get through this together. God bless.